We're going from sassy to sweet now. You know, the internet has opened up a world of possibilities, and sometimes things show up that simply capture our collective imaginations. And that's the case with the video you're about to see. It was posted just a week ago. It already has 2.6 million views. One creative dad took his 4-year-old son's favorite toy, a little train named Stanley, attached it to a weather balloon, and sent it off on a great adventure. You'll see more of Stanley's journey in just a moment, but first, meet Ron Fugelseth, the conductor of this off-the-rails adventure, and his son, Jaden, and of course, Stanley. Hi, you guys. Hi, Jaden. How are you? Nice to see you. How are you?
Great.
So how did you get the idea to do this video?
Well, it all started with Stanley and his love for, or Jaden and his love for Stanley. They are just inseparable. He sleeps with them. They go everywhere. They let him take him to preschool, and they have carpet time.
Right.
And they gave him a little carpet square to sit with him, so they could, because he's kind of shy, so they wanted to help him get used to school. So,
that is so cute.
Yeah.
And how did you get Stanley's expressions? You did something with animation.
Yes. Yeah, that was the challenging part. I think I had it done after like a week, just the editing.
Right.
And
it was it was Stanley from Jaden's perspective, right?
That's what it is. Yeah, I just wanted to try and make the video kind of from Stanley's perspective, because they're kind of like Calvin and Hobbes. He imagines him, he feeds him, and they do all these great things together.
You just love that Stanley, Jaden, so much, don't you? Were you ever worried when your dad did this? Were you worried about Stanley? Because obviously you had to be apart from him for a little while.
You think we were going to lose him? Well, he told me before, he was on board for like 6 months. We had been planning this. And I always tell him before to go to bed, like, we're going to send Stanley to space, And so 3 days before, he's like, I don't want you to do that anymore, Daddy. I'm like, you know how much time I put into this kid, So finally, I'm like, okay, look, I've done everything I can to make this work, but if we don't get him, I'll buy you a new Stanley. And now, I just have to say, he's had him since he was 2. And so he's been through quite a lot of Stanleys.
Right.
So,
he has?
Yeah.
Oh.
So he's,
Does he know that?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like when I tried to replace my daughter's hamster when it escaped, and we said it went to the hairdresser, and that's why the coloring was different.
That's genius. Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
She didn't really buy it.
Because we found a few in just odd places that he's lost over time. So we have backup Stanleys. So we have one in the car, one in my wife's purse. So
just emergency Stanleys.
Emergency Stanleys.
Well, his journey took 1 hour, I understand, to reach the stratosphere, 18 miles up. Let's show everyone what happened when the balloon burst. Ron, what takes off online? Why do you think this has become such an internet sensation? What is it?
It's crazy because we put it up and it had 300 views. We went to bed and the next day I woke up and it had 20,000 and I was like, this is kind of weird. And so people started emailing me stories of them and their fathers and just how much it made them cry. And I was like, holy cow.
Well, I liked some of the comments on your website. Best dad ever, dude.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I think people just think it's so sweet that you went to the trouble to do this. And it was such a great experience for Jaden, too.
Right. And it's something that, I like to just kind of get into projects and get kind of lost in them. as my wife knows. So this was one where I was like, oh, we can really involve Stanley and really try and make like the ultimate home movie for him to have when he grows up, because, you know, unfortunately this time with Stanley is going to end someday. You know, he's going to grow out of this. And
hopefully
so
by the time he's 18.
Exactly, I know. Totally. So I just really wanted to capture that and never forget it, because he really is like a fifth member of our family.
Well,
it's so funny.
It was very cute, and I know there are people with safety concerns, but you're very careful and made sure that Stanley wouldn't be a murderer. I know you talked about that. Meanwhile, Jaden is so cute. Jaden, thank you so much for sitting here, because Jaden is pretty shy, unlike his little sister, who's anything but shy. We had to keep her upstairs, as a matter of fact. But we have a surprise for you today, Jaden. Yes, that's right. Hit Entertainment and Fisher-Price sent over a Thomas the Tank Engine train set and a lot of great gear for you, by the way. And also, in case you've got a weather balloon lying around at home, everybody here in our audience is going to get their own Stanley today. So, isn't that exciting? Yes, you guys have Stanley, so you can put him.
Stanley.
There you go. See that? I mean, we may not give away cars, we give away trains.
Everybody has Stanley.
So, Jaden, thank you so much. And Ron, thanks for coming by. And it's a really fun video. I enjoyed watching it. And up next, I'm taking you home for a party at my place.